grateful for the opportunity to share a few thoughts on this historic moment for the order of St. Augustine for the Church, and especially for the Church in Africa. This is historic moment because Hippo is the land of St. Augustine. It is one of the great spiritual places in the memory of the Church. So for an Augustinian Pope to go there is not just a pastoral visit, it is something much deeper. It is like returning to a source. It reconnects the Church with one of its deepest roots. And for us, as Augustinians, it is especially moving because the successor of Peter, who is also son of St. Augustine, is going to the land that shaped Augustine's life, faith, and ministry. For the order of St. Augustine, the election of Pope Leo means, first of all, a grace, but also responsibility. We do not see it mainly as a question of prestige. We see it as a call to live our vocation more deeply and more truthfully. The election of Pope Leo invites us to return to what it is the heart of the Augustinian charism: interiority, community life, the search for the true, love for the Church, and service to God's people. So yes, it is a joyful moment, but it is also a demanding one. It asks us to be more faithful to what we are. This moment matters not only for the order of St. Augustine, but for the whole Church, and especially for the Church in Africa, because the Augustinian tradition has something very important to say to the world today. It speaks about the restless heart. It speaks about the search for God. It speaks about the true communion and peace. And as you know, these questions are not old questions. They are the question of our time. And for the Church in Africa, this moment has a special meaning. Africa is not at the edge of the Church. Africa is part of its living heart. And Algeria, the land of St. Augustine, has a unique place in the spiritual memory of the African Christianity. So, this visit is not only about the past, it is also about hope, mission, and the future. St. Augustine still speaks powerful to the world today because he speaks to the human heart. He speaks to a world that is restless, wounded, and searching. He speaks to the people who are looking for peace, truth, and for God and for meaning. And that is especially true for many young people. We are living in a world full of noise, speed, and uncertainty. But deep inside, we are still asking the essential questions. Who am I? Why am I here today? What can truly fill my heart? Augustine understands that search from within, and that is why his voice is still alive. And that is why the Augustinian tradition can still offer a real word of hope to our world now. For all these reasons, we see this moment not simply as an event, but as a grace for the order of St. Augustine, for the Church, and for all those who are still searching for God, for peace, and for hope.